As the ruckus erupts at one of the end of the plaza, Padme and her troops rush into the main hangar. Captain Panaka and his soldiers continue to engage the droids outside. Interior Theed Palace Room Day. Newt, Rune, and four council members. Rune. Sorry. Oh, no, that is Rune. Four council members with the plaza battle of the large view screen.
I thought the battle was going to take place far from here. This is too close.
Interior Theed Central Hangar Day.
Annie, find the cover, quick!
Anakin hides behind one of the Naboo fighters, ducking as large bolts whiz past and explode near him. Padme and the two Jedi destroy battle droids right and left. The Queen's troops and Irte also blast away at the droids. Padme signals to her pilots.
Get to your ships!
The pilots and R2 units run for the Naboo fighter crap stacked in the hangar bay. The ship begins to levitate out of the hangar. Battle droids fire at it as it falls in behind 5 other fighters. R2 whistles Anakin from the fighter not far away. Anakin runs and jumps into the fighter to hide. Exterior Theed Central Hangar Day. Several fighters take off. One is hit, which causes it to pinwheel into the ground and explode. Interior Theed Central Hangar Day. Captain Panaka and several guards rush for cover as the remaining fighters exit the hangar. Padme and the Jedi defend themselves against the remaining battle droids. Exterior Naboo fighters space. The fighters fly past the planet moon toward the droid control ship and Federation of the Federation. Rick O'Lee.
Fighters straight ahead!
Roger, Bravo leader.
Roger, Bravo leader.
Exterior Naboo grass plains day. Federation tanks begin to fire at the Gungans, but they are protected by their energy shield.
Cease fire! Cease fire!
The tanks stop firing, and the Gungans watch for a minute.
Steady.
The Gungans continue to wait as they see the doors of the massive transports open, and racks of battle droids are pulled out and lined up. The Gungans get ready for an attack by activating individual shields. The warriors dump large balls of energy into their catapults, readying themselves for the impending battle. Exterior space. The battle rages on around the droid control zone. Interior Federation battleships control room.
Activate the droids!
Yes, sir!
Tay Hao presses a switch in the control panel. Exterior Naboo grass plains day. The battle droids reconfigure into their standing position. They turn and aim their blasters at the Gungans.
Ouch time.
Ouch
time.
Thousands of droids march toward the Gungans. The droids slowly march through the protective shield and start firing.
Fire!
The Gungans throw their power poles and fling small balls of energy toward the droids. The Kadu Jar Jar is mounted on, rears up, and knocks Jar Jar to the ground.
You forget that you have to press the button.
He's stretching.
It's Alex is here.
Oh.
He can narrate it.
What are you laughing at, Nathaniel? You're not allowed to laugh.
Also, when did you wash your face?
You turned his camera off.
Like an hour ago.
Yeah.
I figured, but dang, it took me forever to.
Andrew is crying.
Yo, who has Duel of the Fates queued up?
I got it.
Okay.
Stay in that cockpit.
What?
I'm reading Qui-Gon line.
Oh, nice.
Stay in that cockpit.
Whatever you say, Qui-Gon.
I need you to pull out of the cockpit.
And then go back into the cockpit.
Go deeper into
Hey,
the
guys.
cockpit.
Guys, Alex is saying hello.
Hi, Alex.
Hello!
Wait, let him read a line.
Alex, they want you to read a line.
Where were we?
Have him read your next director's
ouch
line or
time.
whatever.
Ouch time.
Tell him just to read ouch.
Ouch time.
Remember in episode 1 when the Gungan general who's like, use a big doo-doo this time. Remember that guy? So he says this line where this right here.
Ouch time.
Hey.
That was good.
So we're using that take, actually?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
You guys are doing like a table read?
No. We're not. Nico thought that we were doing a table reading of Scoob.
That's what we're doing next.
No.
Wait, we're not?
Jake wanted to do the script reading of episode.
I've had the whole script up the wrong time.
Yeah, Jake's been planning this for a few weeks. He's.
Oops.
Oh, he hit his computer again and froze.
Wop, wop.
Fly like an eagle, eagle, eagle. All right, bye, Christian.
We lost our narrator.
I can't believe Christian's dead.
He was so young.
He was so young.
Just kidding. He was old and dumb.
You guys better not mess with me.
Nice knife.
You guys better not mess with me. I have this. I'll use it too. I'll make sure you guys better not mess with me, okay?
Oh yeah? Oh wait, never mind.
Wait.
I keep thinking I have a camera.
Oh, you're trying to show me your gun?
No, that's not close.
Oh.
That is lightsaber, bro. You don't want to fuck with this boy.
Yeah, but this is smaller and more intimate.
Excuse me, laser sword, as the script so called.
Yeah. As Darth Maul and Qui-Gon engage in the sword battle.
Laser sword battle.
No, at one point they literally just called it like a sword fight.
Sword fight, yeah.
God, Jesus.
Hey guys, I'm eating some nuts.
I totally thought like we'd be done like, earlier because I was like, oh, I'll cook food after. Yeah, no. I've been surviving on
Or open, bro.
popcorn and Biscoff cookies.
Hello?
He returns.
Okay, pop.
What?
Nah,
Okay,
Nick's gone.
Now you're good.
Oh, okay, we're good.
He's gonna do red group, blue group, everybody this way.
All right. That's George was the Gungans. Fire. Blah, blah, blah. Group. She looks like Qui-Gon. Sabe, Qui-Gon, Captain Panaka. Okay. Energy balls and fund them towards the droids. U-9 watches from a tank on a hill overlooking the battle. Interior, Theed, Central Hangar, Day. Captain Panaka, Sabe, and Naboo troops rush into the hangar and overwhelm the few remaining battle droids. Padme, Obi-Wan, and Qui-Gon join forces with Captain Panaka.
My guess is the Viceroy's in the throne room.
She looks to Qui-Gon.
Oh, geez, red group, blue group, oh, geez, everyone this way.
Start to head for the exit on the way passing fighter where Anakin is hiding. R2 whistles a greeting as Anakin peeps out of the cockpit.
Hey, wait for me!
Anakin, stay where you are. You'll be safe there.
But I... Oh, it didn't
Stay in
pop.
that
Me.
Anak. They head for the exit as they are about to go through the door. As suddenly everyone halts, revealing Darth Maul standing in the doorway. Captain Panaka, Padme, and her troops back away.
We'll handle this.
It's time.
Oh,
Padme?
oh, sorry. I was adjusting Montero's audio. We'll take the long way.
Darth Maul takes off his hood, and the two Jedi take off their capes. At the far end of the hangar, three real droids roll in and transform into their battle positions. R2 calls Anakin's attention to the droids. Padme and her troops run for cover as they see the destroyer droids.
We gotta do something, R2!
Darth Maul ignites his lightsaber. Nice dares. Both ends of the Lord light up. The Jedi begin to fight the Sith Lord, and the droids begin to advance. Start firing Padme. R2 whistles a reply. Suddenly, the ship systems go on, and the ship begins at levitate.
I'm trying to. I don't know where the trigger is.
Anakin pushes the button, and the ship begins to roll toward the droids.
Oops, wrong one. Maybe this one.
Anakin pulls down a lever on the hatch closes.
Nope, wait, here it is.
He pulls back on it and hits the button. The lasers begin to fire, wiping out all destroyer droids. Padme,
Let's go!
It's automatic pilot.
Captain Panaka, Padme, and her troops exit into the palace hallway. The fighter rockets out of the hangar. R2 and Anakin hold on for dear life. Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit day. R2 beeps.
Try to override it.
R2 beeps. Anakin puts on his helmet as the ship continues to speed towards space. Interior Theed Central Hangar Day. The Jedi are engaged in a fierce sword battle with Darth Maul. They have moved into the center of the hangar. The Sith Lord's moves are incredible. He's fighting two Jedi at once, flicking through the air, outmaneuvering them at every turn. The Sith Lord drives the Jedi out of the hangar and into the power generator area next door. The Sith Lord does a backflip over the chasm as the Jedi follow in pursuit. Interior Theed Palace Hallway Day. Padme, Captain Panaka, Irte, Sabe, and other troops are trapped in a hallway by battle droids.
We don't have time for this, Captain!
Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit space. A giant dogfight ensues. Anakin fighter flies. Anakin's fighter flies into space above Naboo. R2 beeps a worried concern.
Look, there they are. That's where the island is taking us.
Anakin's fighter flies toward the Federation battleship. Exterior Naboo grass plains day. Half a dozen wheel droids roll out toward the battle. The sleigh slowly roll toward the deflector shield and transform themselves once again on the other side. Jar Jar's clumsiness works for him in the battle. He falls off his Kadu and droid jumps on him. He drops the droid and then gets caught on the droid's wiring, dragging the torso around with him. The droid's gun firing randomly, pew pew, accidentally blasting several droids into one process. The Gungan blast a wheel droids with energy balls. The destroyer droids blast many Gungans. Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit space. The squadron attacks the space station.
Their deflector shield is too strong.
Anakin finds himself in the middle of the space battle. A ship explodes behind him.
This is tense.
He looks forward to see enemy ships approaching head-on.
Look at the name.
Dude, this R2,
R2, get us off this autopilot. It's gonna get us both killed.
R2 screams a reply.
Where's the scream?
R2.
You did it, R2.
Anakin flips switches.
Okay, let's go left.
He moves the controls left and slips in. The ship responds, turning left. R2 beeps.
Go back. Qui-Gon told me to stay in this cockpit, and that's what I'm gonna do.
An enemy fighter comes into his sights. Anakin pushes the controls instead of firing. His fighter accelerates past the enemy ship. Is on his tail. He tries evasive maneuvers.
I'll try spinning. That's a cool trick.
Yay! Anakin rolls the ship as R2 screams desperately.
I know we're in trouble. Just hang on.
Interior Theed Palace hallway day. Captain Panaka blasts a hole in the window.
Oh, geez, go.
They make their way outside the building onto a ledge about 6 stories above the raging waterfall. Sabe, Irte, and about 20 Naboo soldiers stay in the hallway to hold off the battle droids. Exterior Theed Palace over Waterfall Day. Padme, Captain Panaka, and about 6 other Naboo soldiers are lined up along the edge. They have pulled some small attachments out of their pistols and fire the ledge about 4 stories above them. Then the cables shoot out of the pistols and embedded into the ledge. Padme, Captain Panaka, and the others begin to climb at them on. Once they reach the ledge, they aim their blasters at the window. Interior Theed Palace hallway to throne room. The window in the hallway blasts apart. Padme, Captain Panaka, and her soldiers climb into the hallway. They head for the door to the throne room. Interior Theed Power Generator Pit Day. 3 swords cross an intense display of swordsmanship. Jedi and Sith Lord fight their way across the narrow bridge of the Theed Power Generator. The laser sword battle continues to small cap. Darth Maul kicks one off one of the labs. Several left. Qui-Gon knocks the Dark Lord off another ramp, and he lands hard on the ramp 2 levels below. Qui-Gon jumps out after, and the Dark Lord backs away along the catwalk into a small door. Qui-Gon follows as Obi-Wan leaps up and runs to join Qui-Gon in battle. Interior Theed Power Generator electron beam hallway. The Sith Lord, followed by Qui-Gon, enters the long hallway filled with a series of deadly rays that go on and off, a pulsing pattern that shoots down the corridor every minute or so. Darth Maul makes it down several walls of deadly rays before they close. Qui-Gon is 1 wall away from the Dark Lord. Obi-Wan is just starting into it. And it's 5 walls away from Darth Maul. Jedi must wait until the next pulse to advance through the corridor. He's impatient and paces, waiting for the wall of rays to open. Qui-Gon sits and meditates. Darth Maul hits the wall with the blade of his laser sword, causing it to short out temporarily. Exterior Naboo grass plains day. The Gungan army is no match for the destroyer droids. A destroyer droid blasts one of the shield generators, causing it to explode. The protective shield begins to weaken and fall apart. The Gungan general signals to retreat as the tanks enter the battle. The Gungans flee as fast as they can. Jar Jar mutters something in panic as he runs for cover under our wagon.
This is nutsin'.
The driver of the wagon starts to leave, uncovering Jar Jar.
Oh!
He attempts to escape the wagon of energy balls, but only manages to unhitch the back gate, causing all the energy balls to roll out the wagon and down the hill. The Gungans renew their attack on the droid army. Jar Jar's bumbling destroys several more destroyer droids. Jar Jar scrambles to avoid being hit by one of the balls. A tank isn't so lucky.
Hey! Give me a lift.
A Gungan's riding by on a Kadu picks up Jar Jar. An explosion hits the Gungan when Jar Jar is blown off his Kadu and lands on one of the tank guns. Jar Jar is scared.
Jar Jar, using the bomber.
What? Misa no have a bomba.
Captain Tarpals pulls an energy ball out of his pouch.
Here, taking this one.
The Gungan throws Jar Jar an electric ball. Jar Jar struggles to catch it, and it lands on the face of the droid in the control of the tank. The tank loses control and veers off to the left, digging a path into the ground. Jar Jar struggles to hang on as it hangs on from the cannon. Captain Tarpals rides by on his Kadu.
Jar Jar, jump, Jar Jar, jump!
The Gungans roll from the fourth of the fall and come to a stop amidst a few dozen battle droids. Interior Theed Palace, hallway to the throne room. Padme, Captain Panaka, and her soldiers hurry toward the throne room. Suddenly, 2 destroyer droids skitter in front of the door. Padme turns around and sees 2 more appear at the far end of the hallway, trapping them in the middle. Padme throws down her pistol and turns to Captain Panaka.
Throw down your weapons. They win this round.
Captain Panaka and his men throw down their weapons. A half a dozen battle droids come up behind them. Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit space. The battle rages on around Anakin Starfighter as he continues to spin. R2 screams to protest.
We're hit, R2!
Someone do the wall like Kermit.
It's Mario. Anakin's ship spins out of control in the hangar. Hangar of the Federation battleship. Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit Federation hangar. R2 squeals an exclamation.
I'm trying to stop.
Anakin hits the reverse thrusters and the ship skids to a stop on the hangar deck. R2 gives out a worried whistle.
Well, everything's overheated.
R2 sees droids approaching and beeps frantically.
Oops, that's not good.
Anakin sees the lights turn from green to red as he flips switches and presses buttons. Interior Theed power generator electric beam hallway. The wall between Qui-Gon and Darth Maul opens. Qui-Gon is fighting with Darth Maul with a ferocity unseen before. Obi-Wan starts running toward Qui-Gon and Darth Lord. They move in the area in the end of the corridor called the Malting Pit, a small area that is mostly made up of a deep hole. The electron ray gates begin to close. Obi-Wan tries to make it the melting pit, but is caught one gate short. He slides to a stop just before he hits the deadly electron field. Qui-Gon and Darth Maul battle around the melting pit as a frustrated Obi-Wan watches. Darth Maul catches Qui-Gon off guard. He makes a quick move and bashes the lightsaber hand into Qui-Gon's chin. And he runs a lightsaber through his midsection. Qui-Gon is sent to the floor. In a heap.
No!
The Sith Lord withdraws his lightsaber, turns and walks around Obi-Wan, who is still trapped the electron way wall. Exterior Naboo grass plains day. The Gungans have been overrun. Some flee into the hills, chased by battle droids on staps. Many others are herded into groups of battle droids and destroyer droids. Jar Jar and General Seal are held in a small group with other officers.
No giving up, General Jar Jar. We should think of something.
Hands up!
I give up.
General Seal covers his eyes in shame, shaking his head. Interior Theed Palace throne room day. Padme, Captain Panaka, and 6 other officers are brought by 10 battle droids before Newt and Roon, and 4 Nemodian council members.
Your little insurrection is at an end, Your Highness. Time for you to sign the treaty and end this pointless debate in the Senate.
Sabe, dressed like the queen, appears in the hey look, Sabe! Doorway with several troops. Several destroyed battle droids can be seen in the distance.
Who the fuck's
Viceroy, your occupation has ended.
Aha, there's Sabe's line, baby. Newt and the others are stunned to see a second queen. Newt yells to the 10 guards in the room. Her soldiers shoot down two, that's not the right two, other droids in the room.
After her! This one is a decoy!
6 of the droids rush out of the throne room after Sabe. Padme slumps down on her throne and immediately hits the security button that opens a panel in her desk opposite Captain Panaka. Padme grabs 2 pistols, tosses one of them to Captain Panaka and one of them to an officer. She takes a 3rd pistol and blasts the last of the battle droids.
Oh, geez, officers, jam the doors.
The officers rush to the door control panels. Padme hits the switch to close the door. The officer at the door jams the controls. Captain Panaka throws more pistols at the other guards. The Namorians are confused and afraid.
Now, Viceroy, we will discuss a new treaty.
Interior Theed power generator melting pit. Pulsing electron gate opens and Obi-Wan attacks the Sith Lord. The Jedi is relentless in his assault on the Sith Lord. Obi-Wan slices through the center of the Dark Lord's laser sword and it loses half. The Jedi flips as Darth Maul gets up to continue the fight. As Obi-Wan grows weary, he's kicked in the chin by Darth Lord. To continue to fight, Darth Maul force throws Obi-Wan to the melting pit, and he's barely able to hold on to Nas on the side of the pit. Darth Maul grins heavily at Obi-Wan as he kicks Obi-Wan's lightsaber down the endless shaft. Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit Federation hangar. R2 whistles. Anakin sees the dashboard lights go from red to green.
Yes, we have power! Shields up!
Anakin flicks the switch and the ship levitates, knocking over the battle droid captain, and the other droids shoot, but the lasers are deflected by Anakin's shields. R2 beeps.
Take this!
Anakin fires lasers, the ship begins to rotate.
And this!
He presses a button and launches 2 torpedoes, which miss the droids.
Wow!
The 2 torpedoes fly down the hallway and explode inside the reactor room.
Oops.
Interior Federation battleship bridge. Tay Hao turns to Captain Dauphine.
Sir, we're losing power. There seems to be a problem with the main reactor.
Impossible. Nothing can get through our shield.
Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit Federation hangar. Anakin continues to fire, maneuvering the ship toward the exit.
Let's get out of here.
R2 beeps in agreement. Interior Naboo fighter cockpit space. Rick O'Lee watches in amazement as the Federation battleship starts to explode from the inside out.
Bravo 2.
What's that? It's blowing up from the inside.
We didn't hit it.
Interior Naboo Starfighter cockpit Federation hangar. Anakin's ship roars through the hangar deck, bouncing over the droids.
Now this is pod racing.
Hey, Interior Naboo fighter cockpit space. A lone Naboo fighter comes to interview.
Bravo 3.
Look, one of ours out of the main hall.
Whoa! Whoa!
All the
Oh no!
pilots.
It was a woohoo, not a fear exclamation. Woohoo!
All the pilots start to cheer and laugh in Anakin's excitement. Interior Federation battleship bridge. The bridge explodes as Dauphine and Tay-Hao look for a way to escape. Exterior Naboo grass plains day. Suddenly, all the droids begin to shake upside down, run around in circles, then stop. The Gungans carefully move out to inspect the frozen droids. Jar Jar pushes one of the battle droids and it falls over.
Jar Jar.
Why am I blind? I'm like, my eyes.
Uh-oh.
What's they doing?
The control ship has been destroyed. Look.
He pushes one over to show what he means.
They all broken.
The Gungans cheer. Interior Theed, power generating melting pit. The Sith Lord smiles as he goes in for the kill. In the last moment, Obi-Wan jumps up out of the pit, calls Qui-Gon's lightsaber to him, throwing Darth Maul off. The young Jedi swings with a vengeance, cutting the Sith down. Darth Maul falls into the melting pit to his death. Obi-Wan rushes over to Qui-Gon, who is dying.
It is too.
Uh-oh. Oh, we lost Montero.
No.
Obi-Wan, promise me you'll train the boy.
Yes, Master.
He's the chosen one. He will bring balance. Train him.
Qui-Gon dies.
Eh.
Obi-Wan cradles his master, quietly weeping. Interior main hangar courtyard day. The large grand cruiser of the Supreme Chancellor lands in the courtyard of the main hangar. Captain Panaka and 20 troops guard Newt Gunray and Rune Haku. Obi-Wan and the Queen and her handmaiden stand before the Neimoidians.
Now, Viceroy, you're going to have to go back to the Senate and explain all this.
Oh, geez, I think you can kiss your trading franchise goodbye.
The main ramp of the cruiser is lowered as Obi-Wan and Captain Panaka lead the Viceroy and his assistant toward the ship. The Grand Chancellor Palpatine and several Republic guards descend the walkway, followed by Yoda and several other Jedi Masters. The Chancellor Palpatine walks up to Obi-Wan and Anakin. The Jedi bow before him. We are indebted to you for your bravery, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And you, young Skywalker, we will watch your career with great interest. Chancellor Palpatine is greeted by the Queen.
Congratulations on your election, Chancellor.
Your boldness has saved our people, Your Majesty. It is you who should be congratulated. Together we shall bring peace and prosperity to the Republic. Interior turret room, Naboo Palace, late day. Day, really? The sun streams into the multi-windowed room at a low angle. It is not quite sunset. Yoda paces before Obi-Wan, who is kneeling in the center of the room.
Confer on you the level of Jedi Knight the Council does, but agree on you taking this boy as a Padawan learner, I do not.
Qui-Gon believed in him.
The chosen one the boy may be. Nevertheless, grave danger I fear in his training.
Master Yoda, I gave Qui-Gon my word. I will train Anakin without the approval of the Council if I must.
Qui-Gon's defiance I sense in you. Need that, you do not. Agree with you, the Council does. Your apprentice, Skywalker, will be.
Exterior the Central Plaza Funeral Temple steps sunset. Qui-Gon's body goes up in flames as the Jedi Council, the Queen, CEO Bibble, Captain Panaka, the Handmaidens, about 100 Naboo troops, 20 other Jedi, Palpatine, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Jar Jar, Boss Nass, and 20 other Gungan warriors watch. There's a drum roll that stops. Doves are released, and the body is gone. Anakin looks to Obi-Wan.
What will happen to me now?
The Council has granted me permission to train you. You will be a Jedi, I promise.
To one side, Mace Windu turns to Yoda.
There is no motherfucking doubt that the motherfucking mystery motherfucking warrior was a motherfucking Sith.
Always truth there are, no more, nor less. A master and an apprentice.
But which motherfucker was destroyed? The master or the motherfucking apprentice?
Give each other a concerned look as the camera pans over to Palpatine. Can you put on Montaro the Naboo celebration music?
Oh.
The one that's like dun 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 dun.
Boy, guys, let's go!
Let's go! Oh. Montero? Uh-oh.
It just said no.
It said no?
Exterior Theed Central Plaza Day. Children sing and throw flowers in the passing Gungan soldiers. The crowds cheer. It is a grand parade. Queen Amidala stands next to the Supreme Chancellor Palpatine, Anakin, Obi-Wan, CEO Bibble, and Jedi Council. R2 stands in front of the Queen's handmaidens and whistles at the parade. Queen Amidala and the Palpatine smile at one another. In the parade are Boss Nass and his guards. Jar Jar and General Seal. The Gungans ride Kadu. They stop before the Queen and walk up the steps to stand by her side. Boss Nass holds up the globe of peace.
Peace!
Everyone cheers.
Let's go!
The parade marches on. And Amidala looks over at Anakin
I'm gonna fuck you.
and smiles. The end.
The end.
God damn.
And nothing bad ever happened again.